What's up guys, DuArktik with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we're back to talk about the incursion raids. We're going to talk specifically about the first node of the tech line. So a lot of people are struggling with that node. It requires a huge investment on your Bionic Avengers. It requires the full team to have like somewhat a considered chance of beating that node. But in this video we're going to talk about an alternative way of beating node number 1, which is, let's be honest, the most problematic node. After you beat node number 1 on the incursion raid on the tech line, the second node and the third node are quite easy, especially if you follow my strategies for those tech nodes, where you can use the teams I recommend. So in this video we are going to break down how exactly this hybrid team works, and then what you can follow up with for a great success on all difficulties, pretty much all difficulties, because this is going to be a wombo turn rewind based team. So as always, if you like the information on these videos, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and make sure to smash that like button like a boss. Okay, let's get started. Let's talk about this team. And this team is similar to what I used for Doom 2 raids 1 or 2 years ago, and it was tested and recommended to me by Oro, which is a great friend of the channel, and he told me test out this team because it's working fine for the first node. So this is going to be the team that we are going to use. So Lady Deathstrike, if you guys don't know, I'm a big fan of Lady Deathstrike. I think she is one of the most interesting characters in the game right now. And we're going to use her for turn rewind. She's super fast, she has a lot of survivability, and her turn rewind is great. Then we're going to use Kang for more turn rewind, more turn advantage, and also massive amount of damage. Then we have Dr. Doom to start the wombo combo with Kang. We have Ultron here for some additional support, and we also have Shuri. Now Shuri here, she gives the defense up, but we'll lose the defense up whenever the enemies have a turn or something. I don't remember, it's one of the scourges, it's not a big deal. But yeah, she's gonna help out, especially because of the energy. She's still amazing because she gives so much energy to all characters. So she's definitely going to be a great help here. And Ultron is going to be pretty much because of the bots. If you pair up Ultron with Lady Deathstrike and they start getting tons of buffs, these characters are quite strong. So overall, this is going to be an interesting team, a hybrid team that can one-shot that first node that is overall so super complicated. Once again, big shout out to Oro. Now, this is something that you have to pay attention a lot to the strategy, because you have to play this team on a specific order, otherwise you are going to fail. Or you play this way or no way, and that's pretty much it. So make sure you pay attention to the enemies that we are attacking, and also the ISO weight we are using. So Skirmisher on Lady Deathstrike and Dr. Doom. Then we have Kang as the only striker, and Ultron, Raider, Shuri, healer for some additional healing. So all of these factors are going to be extremely important in order for you to be successful on this alternative strategy for the tech nodes. Okay, so with that said, let's take a look at it. Just a quick reminder to check out the channel. We are going to upload like 3 or 4 videos today, so you might not get notifications of all of them. The first video is about offers and how some offers are a massive bait or trap, because they give you illusion of value where they actually don't have any value to your account. And then we have the question: should you skip the nowhere team, where I break down what happened with the event, why the Nova event was not super popular, and if this team only has value in Alliance Wars, or you actually are going to get additional value out of this team. So make sure you check out these 2 videos in case you missed them. Okay, so we are ready to take a look at these. Let's take a look. So once again, Lady Deathstrike, Kang, Dr. Doom, Ultron, Shuri, Skirmisher, Striker, Skirmisher, Raider, and Healer. Okay, let's get started. This is the team that we are going to use, and yeah, these are great characters that you can use in other game modes, Alliance Wars, Cosmic Crucible, and we are getting some additional value for them in raids. Okay, let's take a look. Once again, pay attention, because if you don't replicate exactly the tags and so on, you might not be so successful here. And even for me, I don't have a lot of experience with this one. I used it just a couple of times. Okay, so we have the ultimate ready with Kang. This is because of the energy from Shuri, but it's not a big deal if you have the ultimate or not. Either way, or you can apply slow to the enemies, or you can turn rewind them by 10%. Okay, so let's see what we are going to use. Trying to figure out. I think maybe for okay, I went for the special or the basic. I went for the basic for the disrupt. Okay, interesting option. Interesting option. Okay, so now you have energy also with Lady Deathstrike. So we're going to swipe all those enemies away, and we are going to put the vulnerability on Emma Frost. As you can see, Dazzler, she already did tons of damage to us, and that triggered Doctor Doom, which is great because you can go early on. Otherwise, you can charge up Doctor Doom on the Mystic Nodes, which is a place where I'm using him right now, and then you come with full energy. So, or you can get energy from Dazzler, or you can get energy from Shuri, or you can get energy from the previous nodes. Because you are summoning Doctor Doom, and because of that, you are going to bring Kang along. And with Kang, you want to make sure that the enemies have as many vulnerabilities as possible. So maybe I should have applied slow to the enemies. I didn't. I did the basic early on. But as you can see, we are just crushing through the enemies with Kang. And of course, if your Kang is not as big as mine, well, it's going to be fine because he steals health from the enemies whenever he has a turn. So what you want to do is just to make sure that you have as many turns as possible. Okay, so here we're gonna summon Ultron. Once again, because of the slows, the turning winds, and so on, we're gonna have a nice turn advantage against the enemies. Now, we have this problematic Emma Frost, Captain Sam, and Squirrel Girl. Squirrel Girl, she's problematic because she's going to clear those negative effects away. And Emma Frost for the same reason. Captain Sam is going to give third meter, so yeah. I think it's good to save the ultimate from Kang to this section, but you can use the ultimate of Kang on the first wave, and then with the basic attacks and so on, I think you're still gonna get enough energy to use it here. Otherwise, just save it, because as you saw, it's not super important. What is important is to do as many basics as possible with Kang. Okay, basic attack with Shuri to apply that heal block, and now with the minions from Ultron, we are going to turn rewind Captain Sam, just to make sure that he doesn't get a lot of turn meter. Okay, so with these Iron Fists, of course you want to get rid of them as fast as possible, but if you leave one of those Iron Fists around to revive one of the other invaders characters, that's not a big problem either, because you can use them to get your cooldowns faster. So here we are going to let Bucky Barnes to revive, and he's going to cause a lot of damage to us, but it's not a big deal anyway. We can withstand it without a problem, especially Doctor Doom because of the deflects, and Lady Deathstrike because of the increased survivability. So focus on one of the Iron Fists, ignore the other one, and use the Iron Fist just to bring back the cooldowns. Okay, so unfortunately that guy is under stealth, so you might want to, instead of killing Bucky Barnes first, you might want to kill the Captain America first. But at the end of the day, it's not a big deal. Kang is going to one-shot now Iron Fist with his low health, and Lady Deathstrike is going to swipe once again, turn rewind the enemies, and that's pretty much it. So as you can see, this is super easy. Even if you don't have like the best experience ever with this team, you're going to perform very well with them, and they have tons of survivability which you can use in order to give some leeway for you to make some mistakes. Okay guys, so that's gonna be my alternative version of beating the first tech node. Like I said, after the first node, the second node is super easy with just Bionic Avengers and Kang. And on the third node, you can take the other team I suggest, which is Kang, Doctor Doom, Hulkbuster, Vision, and V-Vision. Okay, so let's recap. What I usually use: Bionic Avengers full on node number 1, then Bionic Avengers and Kang instead of Iron Man. And for the boss node to one-shot, this is in case you want one-shot, you're gonna bring V-Vision, Vision, Hulkbuster, Doctor Doom, and Kang. If your Bionic Avengers are not super big, or they're kind of low or something like that, you can bring this alternative version. This is going to be more recommended for veterans, because they already build up a Lady Deathstrike, but overall, this is a great suggestion. And in terms of RNG, this is definitely the best option to have the least problems with RNG. Just make sure that you charge up your Doctor Doom before the node starts. Otherwise, you have to rely on Shuri, and she's not always the best in terms of giving energy consistently. But that's going to be the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. Once again, big shout out to Oro to test this team out and tell me that it worked well. And even with low experience, you can see that it works fine. But maybe in the future, when we have like a difficulty 4 or 5, we might make a full guide for the tech nodes, so you guys can see how you can win on that easily. Okay, so that's going to be the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to smash that like button like a boss. And if you found the video helpful, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Mouse Strike Force content. And I'll catch you guys later.